This is how no contact leaves narcissists powerless and exposed. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another insightful episode of Exposing the Narcissist. I'm excited to have you here for today's crucial discussion. In this episode, we'll be talking about a subject that truly frightens narcissists: no contact. This strategy is a powerful way to escape their manipulation and regain control over your life. By choosing to ignore a narcissist or implementing a strict no-contact policy, you're sending a clear message. Their toxic behavior will no longer be tolerated. But what makes this method so effective, and why does it unsettle narcissists so much? Join me as we explore the importance of going no contact and how it can help you take back your power and autonomy. And before we dive in, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and share it with anyone who could benefit. Now let's uncover the truth behind no contact and its unsettling impact on narcissists. First, let's clarify the difference between no contact and simply ignoring a narcissist. No contact means completely severing all ties. No calls, no texts, no face-to-face interactions. It's like they don't exist in your world anymore. Ignoring, on the other hand, means they're still around, but you're not engaging with them. You're doing your best to avoid them and their demands for attention. In some situations, like at work or during social events, you may not be able to avoid them entirely. But even then, the key is to limit your interactions and avoid feeding into their need for attention. Keep things minimal and professional. Whether you're ignoring them or enforcing a no-contact rule, you're sending a strong message. You're no longer tolerating their manipulation. You're setting clear boundaries and showing them that they no longer have control over you. And trust me, they'll get the message. It doesn't matter whether they're family, a friend, a partner, or a co-worker. The message is the same. The best part is that both strategies are simple and allow you to break free from their toxic influence. By choosing to ignore or cut ties with a narcissist, you're forcing them to confront reality. When you maintain your distance or show no interest, it forces them to realize that they're not as important to you as they believed. The longer you stay away, the more they're forced to confront the truth. When you ignore them or stop responding to their attempts at communication, you're clearly stating, "I don't need you." It's not just about avoiding their physical presence. It's about showing them that you're emotionally and mentally independent. You're demonstrating that their presence is not necessary for your happiness or success. You're proving that you can live a fulfilling life without them. This is a powerful message that shows you can thrive without their influence. In essence, you're telling them that your life doesn't revolve around them. You can find happiness, success, and joy without their input, advice, or support. And that is incredibly empowering. Choosing to cut communication or ignore a narcissist is a way to regain your independence. It's a statement that you don't rely on their validation to live a meaningful life. It's an important step toward escaping their control and manipulation. By refusing to engage, you're making it clear that they're not as essential to your life as they think. It's a declaration of self-respect and self-worth, prioritizing your well-being over their toxic behavior. Going no contact or ignoring them also provides the opportunity to refocus on yourself. You can rediscover hobbies, build new friendships, and find what brings you joy, free from their interference. This is a chance to rebuild your identity and strengthen your sense of self without their expectations holding you back. Ultimately, it shifts the power dynamic and allows you to regain control of your own happiness. Another important message you're sending is, "You don't get to control me." Narcissists often view themselves as the authority in relationships, dictating the terms and deciding who stays or goes. But when you refuse to engage with them, you're flipping the script. You're asserting your independence and making it clear that you're the one in control of your life. You're not a pawn for them to manipulate at will. By maintaining your distance, you're demonstrating that your happiness isn't dependent on their actions. You're no longer waiting for their attention, but reclaiming your power and prioritizing your mental and emotional well-being. This act of self-liberation undermines their control. When you show they're no longer the center of your world, it damages their ego. Reclaiming your autonomy is about choosing who deserves a place in your life, and they're no longer welcome. You're affirming that your life belongs to you, not their manipulative tactics. This bold move places your happiness first and sends a clear message. They can no longer control or influence you. Standing up to a narcissist isn't merely about cutting them off. It's about defending your dignity and self-worth. It's a powerful declaration of your strength and refusal to be manipulated or controlled by anyone. By choosing to ignore or sever ties with a narcissist, you assert your independence and reinforce the value of healthy, respectful relationships. It's a declaration, to both them and yourself, that you deserve better. This decision gives you the space to reflect on your values, boundaries, and the relationships you truly want. You're drawn to connections that value you for who you are and treat you as an equal, not as a pawn in someone else's game. It's about reclaiming your power and pursuing relationships that uplift and honor you. By keeping your distance or limiting interactions, you deliver another powerful message: they're not as important as they think. Narcissists thrive on feeling indispensable, believing others need them regardless of their behavior. Their ego feeds on validation and the illusion of importance. Refusing to engage shatters that illusion. It's a clear statement that you won't tolerate mistreatment. You're showing them that their presence in your life is optional, not necessary. This dismantles their inflated self-image and reveals their true impact, or lack thereof, on your well-being. Avoiding or cutting off communication also signals that you refuse to play by their manipulative rules. You're prioritizing your mental health over their need for ego reinforcement. This approach highlights your self-respect and draws firm boundaries they cannot cross. By refusing to tolerate abuse or disrespect, you make it clear that relationships built on mutual respect and empathy are the only ones worth your time. This strength and determination demonstrate your commitment to cultivating meaningful connections. While this may not immediately change a narcissist's behavior, it disrupts their narrative. It forces them to face the reality that they're not the center of everyone's world. Even if brief, it might prompt some introspection. Ultimately, cutting ties delivers the final blow. You've freed yourself from their cycle of manipulation and mistreatment. You've seen through their facade and refused to tolerate their toxicity. Narcissists tend to remember those who defy them, and you'll be etched in their memory as someone who escaped their grasp. At first, they might rationalize your actions to protect their ego, spinning stories to paint themselves as victims and you as irrational. They may even try to tarnish your reputation. But deep down, they know the real reason for your withdrawal, and it enrages them, especially if you remain firm in your boundaries. Your consistent refusal to engage grates on them, as narcissists aren't used to rejection. Cutting them out of your life is essential, and staying firm in your decision is crucial. Consistency is what drives the message home, leaving a lasting impact. As we conclude, I hope this discussion has shed light on the messages we send to narcissists when we choose to prioritize ourselves over their manipulative games. Your experiences are valuable, so please share them in the comments below. These conversations not only deepen our understanding, but also strengthen our resolve to establish healthy boundaries. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this helpful, please show your support by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Together, we can navigate the complexities of relationships and personal growth.